Yeah, I'm gonna be real here. There's one major change the Dallas Wings should make, and you can even see it by these defensive numbers. On a bad defensive team, Owak is literally the fifth best defender in the league according to advanced stats. Owak has been incredible. She has been incredible, and it's why I never understood why. Like the Dallas Wings went out of their way to bring in Alana Smith. I never understood. I never understood at all why. And again, if you want to say, "Oh, but like you never thought that a whack was good in the past," there's plenty of evidence of me hyping up a whack career because I think a whack is really really good. I think a whack is realistically one of the better backup bigs in the league, and I have for quite a couple of months. Like even when I watched her play quite a bit overseas this season because she was playing with Dorka Juhas. Like she was playing with Dorka, which was a quite big thing. I'm trying to even find the video. Trying to even find the because like there's a video. Oh yeah, the Wings are about to get a young star next season talking about a whack after watching Galatasaray play in for quite a lot, to be honest. And by the way, this was around the same time I was saying the Indiana Fever needed to sign Emma Chikova. So yes, do you guys read? Are you like around the same time? But a whack should absolutely be a starter. Like a whack does everything on the floor except pass better than Alana Smith. She's an athlete. She's bigger. She's stronger. She shoots the ball better. Like on the year, a whack shooting 50% from three. Like she's shooting 50% from three. Could you imagine if the Wings went full rebuild and they said we're gonna give it one more year so that we can get Booker, we can get Hidalgo, we can get what you call it, we can get Booker, we can get Hidalgo, we can get Juju maybe. If they just rebuilt for one more year and said, okay, we're gonna combo 6'6" Awakuir with 6'6" Awafam, and we're just gonna let it ride. Paige, you're gonna go and lead the league in scoring. We might win 14 games this year, but Paige, you're going to lead the league in scoring. Zaza, you can do whatever you want. We're going to be a fun 14-win team, and we're going to be in the Juju sweepstakes. We're going to get this top pick, and then next year, we're going to go all out because all the bad contracts will be gone. If we have the cap space, if someone that we're about to sign, like an Alana Smith, signs a bad contract, we want to get her in a year, we can go and trade for the bad contract and get an asset. We can get her in a salary dump. But the Dallas Wings want it to be too fast. They want it to be too fast with their rebuilds. And they could ruin it. Because they can't afford to keep whack next year. They're going to have to give up quite a lot of assets to salary dump Alana Smith. Otherwise, they can't afford a whack. Because a whack becomes a UFA. I think she becomes a UFA. Or she's either a UFA or a restricted free agent, not a reserved. And like the first thing I'm doing, if the Indiana Fever can find some way of salary dumping Mo Billings, I'd offer a whack Mo Billings money. Like a whack is realistically what the Indiana Fever need. Like if there's any way, and to be fair, like I think it's going to be easier for the Fever to salary dump Mo Billings than it is for the Wings to salary dump Alana Smith, but it's one of those things where I stand by this. The team should not, like the Fever are in a bit of a better position. They're in a bit of a better position, to make any sort of deals. And that's the thing. Sophie's money, like, is a whack a better player to bring in than Sophie? My answer is probably. You keep your first round pick and you just see who's there. You see what shooter is there. You see what wing is there. And you try to replicate Sophie's production. Because you're not like if you're Indiana, you're not going to be able to get like a money billing situation. But if you're Dallas, like trying to find a way to make the WAC money work is priority number one. And you're already near the edge of the salary cap. It might actually be a stage where you can't salary dump Alana. No one will take Alana. So you have to go out of your way to trade a player you don't want to trade. Like it's going to be hard to salary dump Enrique. And you might have to salary dump Enrique. But then you're in a bad spot as well because you're like, okay, we've salary dumped Enrique, now what? Now what do we do? And for me, I'm like, it's just like they're in a really bad spot, and that Alana Smith contract and the Enrique contract has really screwed this team over because Awak is clearly should be a starter. Like if you played Alana Smith's minutes, she averages like 12 points, 6 boards, a block and a half a game on ridiculous shooting splits, and the Dallas Wings, instead of being 3-3, are 4-2 or maybe 5-1. Like Awak is clearly their second best big after Jess Shepard. And if they went out and ran any combination, like it involves Paige Bueckers, but like any combination of 3 guards, everyone's like, oh, look at the Dallas Wings stats and the on-off numbers with like Odyssey Sims, Paige and Enrique versus AZ Fudd, Paige and Enrique. And I'm like, the actual problem is not the guards. The problem is that the Dallas Wings go from looking like the Dallas Wings statistically are one of the worst teams in the league when Alana Smith's on the floor. That is the problem. Like their problems are not which of the 3 guards should be starting. Their problems are not should Maddie Seegers be playing more minutes. Like they're not the problems of the Dallas Wings. The problem is that Wack clearly should be a starter and clearly should be playing starter minutes. And you saw it against the Liberty when they did give her starter minutes in that second half. She goes and has 10 points, shoots the ball, and is a massive asset to that team with 2 blocks. So they need to figure out something soon if you're Dallas, because like I would be on the phone already looking to salary dump Alana. Again, there are 3 teams that could take Alana Smith. 3 teams that could. So there still is an option to do it. I would be spending the entire year on the phone with teams. And the problem is none of them, none of the teams that are in a position to trade or to get Alana Smith are in contention. So it's going to be a tough one. But yeah, anyway, that is the video. I will see you guys.